Hello guys, I'm Marilyn with House of a Coty Design. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have this cute sweater dress that I am working on, and I've got a detailed tutorial coming on that. But what I'm sharing today, just a quick tip on putting in a lining by hand if you don't have a sewing machine, or if you just really want that nice couture finish. I probably will go ahead and do the zipper by hand as well. I've already inserted the zipper, but in terms of putting the lining in, I will go ahead and do that by hand as well. So this is what it looks like so far on this one side here. And I'm going to work on the opposite side on camera to show you how I do it. So all you need is the thread and the matching color of your project, your snips to cut the thread, and a pre-threaded needle. So I like to start on the side, and typically I angle my needle parallel to the fabric, and I just go in the fabric and I come through the seam of the lining and I pull my needle through, and I do that once more. I come in slightly underneath, form a loop, and I take my needle and I just go through that loop to form a knot to secure that first stitch. So again, I just go in underneath, pulling it through. So this past weekend, I actually completed three dresses in about 4 days. So I've been pretty busy. I did a mock-up of my daughter's graduation dress. She's about to graduate from medical school in May of this year. So she's gonna be an MD. So we're super proud. She's been training for years, a long process. After 4 years of undergrad, it's 4 years of medical school. She will have to do a year of internship and then go into her chosen specialty for residency. So we're real excited. So we'll be seeing her walk across that stage soon enough. What else have I been up to? I've been making patterns for her graduation dress. She found an inspiration pic, and we did some fabric shopping a few weeks ago when I took my nephews back to the airport. We went to an Atlanta fabric shop, and they had some pretty nice fabrics there. Can't remember the name of that little shop, but we found her graduation fabric. So I did a really cute mock-up. I opted to not do it out of just like a toile or muslin fabric because it was stretchy. And then the knits that I did have here, you know, I didn't really want to use those either for a mock-up because it's actually a really detailed lace fabric that she chose, and we're going to do like a nude mesh underneath. So I just opted to use to make an actual dress, so just a body cotton style dress to use as a mock-up. And I figured if it fits the dress form, which was set to her measurements perfectly, it should work for the dress. And ideally that's what I did this weekend. So that came out excuse me, really nice. So excited about that. And for those of you that have been watching the channel for a while, you knew that I underwent a total hip replacement in early October, and I was off the channel for quite a while. So just returning, getting this sewing mojo back and design and pattern making. Haven't revved up that embroidery machine in several months. Excuse me. So I'll be getting back to that as well. So if you guys keep watching, I'll be sharing that. What else? I plan to do a sewing series of various types of skirts and dresses pretty soon with this spring coming up. Excuse me, I'm sounding like Charlie Brown this morning, guys. It's this winter weather and sinusitis mixed together. It's never fun. So make sure you get those pins out of the way. You don't want any dropping down between the lining and your fabric. That would not be fun. We did some boot shopping when my daughter visited. She was here for a little bit while she was on a quick break. And I picked out some chestnut colored leather boots because I was thinking with this dress that I'm working on, I needed a pair of brown boots. And it had the perfect little heel on it. Very, very comfortable to walk around. And they did run a little, they ran a little small actually. So I went up a half size in those, but walked around in the store and quite comfortable. There's really no such thing as breaking in a shoe. Don't believe it, especially a heel. If it's not comfortable in the store, it's probably never going to be comfortable. And of course, you just need a little extra room at the toes so that when your toes and your foot moves forward in a heel, you're not cramping your toes. That leads to those unsightly hammer toes. So back to sewing. So again, when you're doing the lining, the whole purpose of doing this one by hand was because I was concerned with the sweater material. I didn't want it to snag. I wasn't sure how much it would fray because it did have like the little fringe effect on it. So I made this little cover for the shoulders. If you see the tutorial that's coming, you'll see it's like an off-the-shoulder Bordeaux style. So I made this cute little off-the-shoulder wrap to wear along the top. And it did fray, even though that was on the, excuse me, the selvage here. There were some pieces of it that did fray, so I used some fray check in some spots. But to not take the chance with it fraying too much, putting in this lining with the sewing machine, I just opted to do it by hand. But, you know, it is taxing on your hands. You know, if you have arthritis, I usually use like a tennis ball sometimes if I get those flare-ups. But hand sewing, you know, can be relaxing if you're just, you know, listening to music or listen to one of your podcasts or, you know, here saying so and making this video for you. For those of you that watch the channel. So again, if you are new to the channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. I usually demonstrate my current sewing projects, pattern making, and sometimes I do embroidery as well. But today was just a very, very quick demo of how I put the lining in this dress. And I'll probably share my final outcome of the dress once I'm totally done. So I like to put in, you know, again, a couple knots at the end to make sure everything holds so this lining does not easily come out. And just cut, clean up some of that loose thread that's there, remove those pins. And again, just real simple, easy way to get your lining in. But look at that, just a beautiful chestnut color inside. It's just a satin. I had this in my stash here. I'm loving it. And this little dress, guys, look, it even has pockets, hidden pockets on the side. So I will share when I'm all done. But again, this is Larilyn. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and keep following. Have a great day, guys. Bye.